Hey, what's up? This is Diesel, and we're gonna talk about the top 10 greatest mic wars in pro wrestling history. What is mic wars? When both wrestlers are just cutting great promos to each other back and forth, just amazing shit talking back and forth to each other, and just great promo after great promo after great promo, trying to just get at one another, shit talk one another and get you hyped for the match. I'm gonna say the honorary mentions: CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, CM Punk versus John Cena. I don't care what anyone says. And some people may say this should be in top 10, but Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior. Coming in at number 10, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels in 1997. These promos were so great. You could just tell these guys really hated each other in real life. Like 97 was easily Shawn's best work to 98. 97 was easily Bret Hart's best work. And they're going a different direction, on the Attitude Era. And then what did that lead to? The Montreal Screwjob and the creation of not of the Mr. McMahon. Coming in at number 9, Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage. That build up towards WrestleMania 5 was amazing, and the promos that they cut at each other at WrestleMania 5 I thought were friggin' awesome. And the emotion, the storytelling was just fantastic between the two. And then what did we get after? Hogan's best match and one of Savage's best matches. Coming in at number 8, Bret Hart versus Stone Cold. I felt this feud really helped freshen up some of Bret Hart's. Well, in first and early 97 when Bret Hart quit and Stone Cold made him come back, I thought that these promos Bret were cutting, he's kind of these bitter, angry, crybaby-ish, just pissed off promos. Frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit. Everybody trying to screw me. Austin, just calling him names, saying, what's it called, just all types of shit. Like, I don't know, just how he's a crybaby, whatever. But yeah. And then after WrestleMania 13, the feud got more personal and personal. And too bad Bret Hart left because WrestleMania 14 would have been the blow off match between the two. And Austin would have finally got his victory over Bret Hart clean. And I do think some way, somehow, the Tyson Austin thing still could have worked. Coming in at number 7, Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper. Hogan is being Hogan, Piper is being Piper. This is just a great feud in 85, 84. Piper just being that dickheaded heel, just pissing people off. Like beating up some of the celebrities, Hogan to come and save him. Hogan kind of his Hulkamaniac promos, just these two were just at their best at the same time. And it sucks that Piper was only a heel for probably like 3 years, and majority of his career as a face. But a lot of people regard Piper as the greatest heel of all time, or at least top three. I'd say, I'd probably say he is the greatest heel of all time, to be honest with you. Yeah, Piper and Hogan, just great feud. Drew a lot of ratings, drew a lot of money. Too bad that Piper didn't want to put over Hogan, because I'll take this to my grave. I truly believe late 85 to early 86, Piper should have treated to win the title like a heel, get the fans more pissed off, and have the blow off match at WrestleMania 2 and Hogan get back the title. But too bad it didn't happen. Coming in at number 5, The Rock versus Mankind. That promo package for Royal Rumble 1999, one of my favorite promo packages ever. I just love the promos these two are cutting back and forth. Heel Rock against Mankind, babyface Mankind against Heel Rock, just friggin' amazing. What was this? How is it the roster to make Mankind say I quit? A corporate elbow here, a corporate elbow there. And then what else did he say? The Rock, what's he called again? This is sprinkling a rock bottom here and a rock bottom there. And then Mankind saying to The Rock, what do you say? I will not make you say it. What's it called? No, hold on, sorry. I will not say it here nor there. I will not say it anywhere. I will not say those words, you prick. I will not say I quit. That promo package was fucking awesome. And this Rock making fun of Foley. Foley coming out to defend himself, ready to kick The Rock's ass, wanting to kick The Rock's ass. Just that feud, late 98 to early 99 was just fucking awesome. Rock and Foley were just doing some of their best work with each other on the mic. Coming in at number 4, Austin versus McMahon. This was the greatest feud ever. The biggest babyface in the world versus the biggest heel in the world. Just going at it. What more can I say? McMahon pissing off the fans. Austin, he's for the fans. He's the common guy. He's the guy everybody wants to be, and he's doing the things everybody wants to do. More can I say? Coming in at number 3, The Rock versus Chris Jericho. Their shit in 1999 alone. Holy crap. Just look at that interview they had with each other where they keep cutting off one another. Jericho talking about, I don't give a Brahma Bull's ass. Rock being like Chris Jericho's mommy, Chris Jericho's daddy, Uncle Jimmy Jack Jericho with the glass eye, and Grandma Jezebel Jericho with the dirty panties. Just awesome. Like one of the greatest promos ever. And just look at Chris Jericho's debut. Who better to debut with than The Rock? And Chris Jericho showing the world. I just came from WCW, and I'm here to show everybody I can keep up with the best talker in the business. And he did that. Chris Jericho kept up with The Rock. How much people in pro wrestling history can you say did that? And in my opinion, The Rock's the greatest talker in pro wrestling history. Now, 1 and 2. This is kind of a hard one still. Like, I really had to really sit down and think about this. And true wrestling fans should know the top 2 picks for great mic work. For me, I mean great mic wars. So I decided, coming at number 2, Stone Cold versus The Rock. That feud played a part into making some people wrestling fans again. That feud solidified that there is no way WCW is going to beat the WWF. It just was not going to happen. With these two going at it, there was just no fucking way in hell that WCW was going to keep up with WWF. Was not going to happen. Like, that feud showed right there, WCW does not stand a fucking chance anymore. They had their chance 96 to 97, but now with these two great superstars feuding with one another, not a chance. And their feud towards WrestleMania 17 with both of them as the 2 biggest baby faces in the fucking world. The 2 biggest wrestlers in the fucking world. These 2 just in their prime at the same time. At their peak at the same time. And that classic interview, that sit down with JR, where both men were in their serious human being voices. Just straight talking and straight telling it how it is and straight telling one another how they feel about each other, how bad they want to keep or take that title, how bad they want to win. But too bad we got this shitty ending. Even look at '97 when Austin was on the road to becoming a main eventer, and Rock was a decent mid carder for the IC title. That showed you right there that this is the future, guys. Sit tight because we're about to go on a good ride here. Even the first spark started at the, I think, 1997 Slammy Awards with the 1996 awards. Or am I saying that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Anywho, so Rock wins Rookie of the Year. Austin is there like, which he should have won Rookie of the Year. And then Austin tells Rock, I wonder what your phone bill was, son, every time you called and voted for yourself, because there can't be no way I didn't win that award. Shut up. With the snap of my fingers, I will come in there and smash that IC title just like that. That was the first spark. And then in '03 when they had the blow-off feud, because Rock, it bothered Rock so much that he never beat Stone Cold at WrestleMania and lost to him twice in a row. And then what happened? Austin has his final match with The Rock. Just these two, as a wrestling fan, like, I don't know what to say. Just we really got Rock and Austin at their prime at the same time. And I started watching wrestling in 2000. And I witnessed Rock and Austin in their prime at the same time still, even in 2001. And that was awesome. But too bad we had that shitty ending to the match. But yeah. These two on the mic, thank God. That was God's gift to wrestling fans. Rock and Austin at their primes at the same time. Coming in at number one should be obvious to anybody. If you don't know what it is, boy, I gotta question your knowledge of wrestling. And that's Dusty Rhodes, RIP, versus Ric Flair. Especially when it was Dusty Rhodes as a babyface versus Ric Flair as a heel with the Four Horsemen. Just some of the shit they were talking to each other, showing off who has better what. Their Rolexes, their cars, their watches, their clothes, the shoes, their hoes. And then Dusty Rhodes telling Ric Flair, and another thing I can't stand about you is that goofy looking hat. So let me just take that in, and Ric Flair stopping it. Come on, you want to do it? Come on, come on. Like, that shit was fucking hilarious. And what did this feud make during these great mic wars? The greatest promo of all time. Hard Times. Do I even need to explain that? No, I don't. Just these two on the mic was just gold. And you know what the funniest thing is? This was not even happening in the WWF. This was happening in the NWA, their competition. And let me tell you, a lot of you guys in the YWC who wasn't around back then, I've met several, and I mean several, adults who are actually watching or heard of or known of NWA back in the 80s to early 90s. Well, that's WCW-ish, but too. But anywho, you know what I mean. Several adults watched this back in the day. WWF was the most popular, no questions asked, but still, NWA, don't get it twisted, guys. They were fucking popular. And Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair was NWA's Jim Crockett days, not WCW, was their version of Stone Cold versus The Rock or Stone Cold versus Mr. McMahon. We can say both. And, they're just correct and sensible aspects for why this was both of those feuds during the mid-'80s. So it was amazing to see that you had these two great promo guys in this company. They're not even in WWF. But yeah, those were my top 10 greatest mic wars of all time. My next video is going to be my top 10 dream mic wars of all time. And give me your feedback, like, dislike, subscribe, and you tell me who were some of the great mic work. Who were some of the great promo wars that I didn't put on this list? And tell me which one you agree with or disagree with, or which one I put too high or too low. And just give me your opinion and feedback.